While Heated Rivalry is getting the love that it rightly deserves, I thought I would come on here and rank the books in the series. As somebody who read the books way before the TV show came out, I have a bit of a chip on my shoulder, and that is only because I am never part of current discourse. I am never one of those people who's like ahead of the curve. So because I am now, I feel very good about it. Obviously, it's massively my fault. I'm the one that disconnects and only realizes like 2 seconds too late. Bottom, I would say, is Common Goal, which is book 6. The reason why Common Goal was my least favorite was because I had residual beef with Troy. If you've read the entire series, you know that Troy comes up in some books and he had very deplorable behavior. And it was something that I wasn't able to let go of when it was his time, which is very petty, I know, because I obviously went into it knowing that Rachel Reed was probably going to give him character development and he was probably going to become a better person, and then we were going to gain understanding into why he was the way he was. But even still, I didn't like Troy, and as sweet and cute as Harris was, I just wasn't feeling it. It could have a lot to do with my state of mind at the time. I don't remember what it was, but I do know that my mental state impacts my enjoyment of certain stories. So if I'm not feeling it, it may not solely have to do with the story. So it may have been like I wasn't able to give Troy grace because I just wasn't in a giving grace mood. I was at the end of my tether. It's bottom because I don't have a lot to say about it because I DNF'd it. I am tempted to read it again when I'm in a much more forgiving mood to see if I would feel differently. But for now, that's just where it sits because it's the only book in the series that I didn't read in its entirety. Next in my ranking would probably be... Oh shit! By the way, that last ranking was role model. Why the hell did I say Common Goal? This is the problem with me, is I don't... Anyways, let's not get into my problems. There are like too many and I don't want to. But I meant number 6 was actually role model, not Common Goal. Number 5 is Common Goal, and this one follows Eric and Kyle. This book was okay, and I actually did like Eric. I know a lot of people say he's boring, but I think boring people get a lot of hate. But I could see myself in Eric, which is why maybe I feel defensive. I feel like there was age gap remorse in the story. So if you don't know, Kyle and Eric have, I think, at least a 10-year age gap between them. But it felt like Rachel Reed was very sort of apologetic about it, so much so that it took over the story and that's what it became. And I just feel like if you're going to do a book with a significant age gap, as somebody who is not particularly a fan of age gaps in books or in real life, I just feel like put your back into it. You know what I mean? Like, just do it. Do it unapologetically. Do it in a way that is respectful. I don't know, but just don't make the whole story about them going back and forth about the existing age gap between them, because it takes away from the enjoyment of the story. Because it feels like you think you're doing something wrong, but then you're also somehow trying to justify it. I feel like they were stuck on so many sort of outside things that just weren't that important in the grand scheme of things,